Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync Brivity with ActiveCampaign so that all those contacts and leads you have in Brivity can automatically get placed into ActiveCampaign, into the drip campaigns you've set up there. And then any contacts or leads you've had in ActiveCampaign you've been meaning to follow up with, they can automatically get pushed into Brivity and you can start following up using that Brivity magic. Let me show you how to set this up. First thing you're going to do is go to apination.com, click Discover Connections. This is where you can automate a bunch of your business processes, real estate, marketing, productivity. I'm going to scroll on down here until I get to Brivity. Click on that. These are all the apps I can sync with Brivity, sync contacts back and forth. I'm going to go with ActiveCampaign. That's what we're setting up today. And you can see there's two syncs available, ActiveCampaign to Brivity and Brivity back to ActiveCampaign. You can see there's the flat rates available, and that is for one of these syncs, both of these syncs. If you want to set up this sync 4 or 5 times with slightly different rules, it's still going to be the same single flat rate price for you, whether you're an agent for the month, the year, or if you're an office or a team for the month, the year. I'm going to go ahead and set this up, Brivity into ActiveCampaign, then I'm going to come back and do ActiveCampaign into Brivity. So I'm going to hit activate. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and sign into your API Nation account. If you don't have an account, go ahead and create one using this link. Or you can sign in and create one using the Google link here. That's what I'm going to do. Next, we're going to connect to Brivity. Very simple. Click this button, sign into Brivity with your Brivity username and password. And then you're just going to label this connection. So if you have multiple Brivity accounts that you're managing, you can name them different things so you can tell the difference between them. Great, we've connected Brivity. Now we're going to do the same thing with ActiveCampaign, slightly different process. Again, we're going to label it. And then it's asking for user URL and user key, no problem. Just going to hop into ActiveCampaign here, go down here to settings, go to developer. There it is. And that's going to show you the URL and the key. So I'm going to grab these. And paste them into the API Nation connection and hit connect. There we go. So now we've connected both apps. Now there's just a little bit of configuration to set up the sync here. So for example, do I want to sync all contacts on first run? If I check this box, everybody who's been in Brivity, who currently is Brivity, is going to get pushed into ActiveCampaign. Uncheck the box, and it's just any new contacts from now on. I could also set it up so only people with certain tags get sent into ActiveCampaign, or only people from certain agents. Totally up to you. And then as they get pushed into ActiveCampaign, do I want them on a certain list? Maybe I've created a list for them. I can specify that here. Do I want them placed on a certain automation? And do I want them tagged in a certain way? This all looks good. I'm going to go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm going to choose my plan, whether I want to do monthly or save some money and do yearly, and then hit subscribe. Okay, that creates the sync. Now we're just going to go through and see if there's any other things we got to do. They're just doing a final check here. There's also a couple extra tools here on this page, including this filter. So if we want to only send over people from a certain tag, or if we only want to send over people with a certain status, we can do that here. So maybe status contains new or pending. I could do something like that. I want to send over everybody. I want to get them all over there. We also have the mapping, but pretty simple, straightforward. Personal email, phone, first name, last name. If you're using a different email in Brivity, you can just hit this plus sign, search for that email address, add that. You can also do something pretty cool here. Maybe you don't remember which email address in Brivity you used. So you can just add all the emails, work, home. So now you can see it's just email bonanza. And what you'll do here is just hit the gear, say fields priority, and then you'll just say, all right, I think email is probably what it is. If it's not that, go with personal email. If it's not that, go with work email. If it's not that, go with home email. So that's what that does. And now it's only one email address. Our system will go through and prioritize that one first. If it's not that, move on to the second and third and fourth, and so on. Activate this sync, it's ready to go. Cool, this is up and running. I can now click on Brivity and go back to all the Brivity syncs and then just go through the same process to set up the alternate version, ActiveCampaign back to Brivity. So I'm going to hit activate. A nice thing here is we've already connected both these apps, so it's just going to offer them, and I can just select them for this sync. Great, this looks good. Again, the configuration, do I want to sync all contacts or just people from now on? As they are placed into Brivity, what status do I want to give them? I'm going to make them new. Do I want them as leads or collaborators? Probably leads, unless you have an ActiveCampaign list full of other agents or vendors that you want to place as collaborators. Do I want to tag them? Maybe I want to tag them as ActiveCampaign. I could do that. And then if there's an agent I want to place them on, I can do that too. I'm going to hit subscribe. This creates the sync again. And now I can just do a final check. This all looks good. If you want to add a filter, if you want to do something else with the mapping, you can do it here. But this looks good. I'm going to activate this sync. So there we go. I'm going to click on My Syncs, and you can see I now have 2 syncs running, ActiveCampaign to Brivity and Brivity back to ActiveCampaign. So that is it. That's how you sync Brivity and ActiveCampaign. All your leads from Brivity can automatically get pushed into ActiveCampaign on an ongoing basis, onto automations you might have running in there. And then any contacts you have getting put into ActiveCampaign, getting added there, can also get synced into Brivity automatically. It eliminates all that double data entry and makes you way more productive. And you can use these 2 tools as one. If you have any questions or need any assistance, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, connecting the world's applications. We love doing this stuff.